What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Mr. Plays, and today I will be explaining why Kabam has never watched a Marvel movie or even read a Marvel comic. So, what I mean by this is, I don't think they've actually never watched a movie, but the way they rank their champions, it's sort of absurd. So I'm just going to be going through, looking at the different champions of the game, who's so much less powerful than they should be, and who's so much more powerful than they actually should be. So first, we need to take a look at the best champion in the game. Like, the number one champion in the game. If you've watched the movies or read the comics, you'd probably think this would be Thanos, or maybe Doctor Doom. But no, it's Quake. So, I mean, Quake, she's pretty powerful. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, her Earth-shaking abilities, they're pretty good. She did pretty much, like, wreck the Earth. She did do some damage to the Earth in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's pretty good. She has some nice damage. I understand her being, like, insane, but best in the game, so, like, the best Marvel champion in this game, I don't really see that. So, now we need to move on to the other cheat code of this game, Ghost. So in the movies, let's think, what does Ghost do? So Ghost, she's an Ant-Man and the Wasp. And so Ghost doesn't really do that much. I mean, she does her little bit of phasing, walks through some walls, maybe does a bit of fighting, but she's not doing too much. And also her abilities don't make a ton of sense. She always talks about how she's always in pain, like always in pain. But then if you have the Hood on the team, for some reason she takes no damage while phasing, which doesn't make sense. I feel like maybe she should have some of sort of her abilities where it's like when she's phasing, or maybe when she's not phasing, she has to take some damage because of the pain she feels from all the molecules smashing against each other. So I don't think it makes too much sense. So why is she the best, the like second best champion in the game? I don't really know. So now let's move on to the trash champions, who should be absolutely insane. So first off, Doctor Strange. He defeated Dormammu in the movie. Dormammu! He put up a pretty good fight against Thanos. He's literally the Sorcerer Supreme, meaning he's the most powerful practicer of Eldritch magic on Earth, pretty much. So that's insane. And he also crippled an entire universe in the What If show on his own. He just destroyed the universe using his power. And he's hot trash. And I mean, he's got some nice power gain. He's sort of annoying to fight because of that passive power gain, but he's pretty terrible. And he's got to be a lot better. So next up, Captain Marvel. So the movie version is perfectly powered. I mean, all that damage, much utility. Captain Marvel movie is amazing. But the OG version should be so much better. I mean, in the comics, she can pretty much blow up a star. I mean, come on, man. This character can blow up a star, but can't blow up Bucky Winter Soldier in under like 700 hits. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating there a bit, but you know what I mean. So, next up, let's talk about Hulk. I mean, Hulk should be absolutely insane, but he's not. In the comics, he's got nutty regeneration, but he doesn't really have any in the game. And in the movies, he told how he shot himself in the mouth and then spit back out the bullet. So, he should have some way to not die. So, of course, every champion has to die in this game, but he should have some really strong immortality. Sort of like Immortal Hulk, but except not damaging yourself all the time. So next up, Sentry. I mean, this guy has the power of 1,000,000 suns in his descriptions. I mean, how do you know how much power that is? 1,000,000 suns. I mean, that's insane. So, he should have absolutely bonkers damage. Like, he should have the damage of at least, like, one sun. He's got the damage of, like, an Earth-sized sun. He's got pretty much no damage. He's not really doing anything, even though he's supposed to have the power of 1,000,000 suns. So now, on to Kang. So Kang, he's one of the most fearsome villains in the comics. He's, like, traversing different timelines and universes. He got a bit better with Apocalypse synergy, but he still isn't that good, and you also have to wait a while in the fight for him to get up all his furies to get that damage. So, Kang, he's got to be a lot better. In the comics, he's just so insane. In Loki, he was such a menacing threat from beyond, and he just should have so many passive effects that are just so damaging and so insane, but he doesn't. And finally, we need to talk about the biggest disappointment in this game of all, and that would be Thanos. His abilities are practically nothing. If you look at his abilities, when he gets struck, he has a chance to get an armor up. When he lands a hit, he has a chance to get a fury, and these are very small chances, about 1 in 10. And he can heal blocks on specials, and his specials also do true damage. And then also when he's awakened, he'll reduce the opponent's attack. And that is it. That is all his abilities do, really. He's like the most feared villain in the Infinity Saga in the movies. Like, the whole of Infinity War and Endgame, they were just trying to beat Thanos. Like, that's how powerful this guy is. He's just insane. And he pretty much wrecks almost all the Avengers. In the comics, he's practically unstoppable, destroying pretty much everyone that goes up against him in his hunt to get those Infinity Stones. Now, I could go on for a while about everything that makes no sense with the rankings of different champs in this game, but Kabam hasn't gotten everything wrong. I mean, there are a ton of champs appropriately rated. Like Doctor Doom, he's overpowered as he should be. In the comics, he's just insane, so much damage, and they did a good job with Doctor Doom. Apocalypse is amazing and has insane damage on its own, while also making other mutants also insane, which is great. They did a great job there. Wolverine is appropriate with his nutty regen. And then Magneto is also wonderful with his power levels that he has against metal champions. Also, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Professor X, Hercules, and more champs are great, just as they should be. And then there's also a bunch of champs that aren't that good, and it makes sense. I'm just saying, some champs in the game are a lot more or less powerful than they should be. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below, and also subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any new content. Also, leave a comment down below on who you think is not in the correct tier, who you think should get buffed, maybe should even get nerfed. But until next time, peace!